Hi, I'm Emily Stone.
And I'm Ryan Gosling.
And you're watching the Graham Norton Show.
Braving the cold weather, everyone. And a big thank you to the train drivers who ignored the icy conditions and treated today like any other working day. Let's show them. Hey, got a great show tonight. The stars of hit new film La La Land are here. Yes. La La Land is a musical. I love musicals. It's about a film actress. I love films. And a jazz musician. The musical is set in Hollywood, and it does portray show business in a very glamorous way, you know. Because in real life, if you want to star in a musical, you have to go through a casting process with some seedy old blokes. Yeah, it's not nice. Now, all my guests were at the Golden Globes Awards this week, and for many, the highlight was Meryl Streep taking down President-elect Donald Trump. Yay! There's Meryl. Good old Meryl. Of course, no one knew she was going to do that. Well, I say that. The Russians probably did. It's weird, because Meryl Streep was the Iron Lady, whereas Donald Trump, more of a rusted man. Meanwhile, like, the news is so genius at the moment. It's been claimed British spies have uncovered evidence of Donald Trump in a Russian hotel room with prostitutes performing perverted sexual acts. Here is one of the compromising photographs. Oh, no, sorry. My mistake. That's a hospital bed over Christmas. I'm on it tonight. On it! Hey, let's get some guests on! Later, we'll be having music from the wonderful Gregory, everybody! But first, fresh from the clean sweep of the Golden Globes, they're the stars of this year's most critically acclaimed film, the all-singing, all-dancing La La Land. Please welcome Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling! Good. And joining Emma and Ryan, the stars of Hollywood's latest gangster classic, Live by Night, please welcome Sienna Miller and double Oscar winner Ben Affleck! I'm excited. Welcome all. Lovely to see you all.
Thank you very much.
I like that straight. Oh. Was it dry back there? Was there a dry area you walked through?
Establishment.
Yes. So lovely to see. Now, how does it work? Do you all, you two know each other?
Yes.
Yeah. You obviously know Sienna.
Yes, we do.
I know Sienna.
You're in a film together.
And I sort of know these guys a little bit from, you know, running around in the celebrity petting zoo.
Ryan, no? No recall.
There was no petting.
Light petting.
And all four of you were at the Golden Globes, and that's one of the good ones, isn't it? Because that's kind of a proper boozy night, isn't it?
Yes.
Pretty boozy. It's a fun, crazy
We're all
night.
like, it's quite recent. I had some fun.
I had some fun, too. Yeah.
Fun, no fun.
Yeah, I had fun.
Fun. Fun, no fun.
Oh, I had a great
Fun.
time. It was, my brother won. It was spectacular. I was magnificent, which was very thrilling and awesome. And well-deserved.
Yeah, no, very good. His speech felt a bit...
It felt lacking, didn't it?
Yes, it felt a bit...
I'm not sure what it was lacking. I think it was me. Notice when I won the Academy Award, which is that's a different award from the Golden Globe. I won, and I thanked my brother, who I called a genius. I mean, Casey thanks Matt Damon. He thanked Denzel Washington. He doesn't even know. And so there I was. But I appreciate that. Thank you.
But you still wishing him well. You want him to win the Oscar.
I wish him less well now.
No, but don't you want to win the Oscar? It'll make history if he wins an Oscar.
It would be an exciting thing, yeah, for sure.
Because what is it? You're the first brothers...
We'd be the only brothers to win for different movies, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Shirley MacLaine and Warren Beatty both have Oscars, but they're not brothers. They're siblings.
That's very, very well observed.
See how I almost shrank my friend. But, yeah, it'd be cool.
But I heard you say that that wouldn't be the only first if Casey wins.
No, he'd be the first bedwetter to win an Academy Award. There'd be so many, it'd be so groundbreaking. There'd be so many firsts.
Is he he's a current bedwetter?
He's still, yes. He's
Okay. All right.
And now, everyone on the couch, when you've been to award shows, the Oscars, the Golden Globes, you've all taken your parents, which is, I mean, that seems, you know, to have four of you all do the same thing.
Touching.
It's lovely. Now, Ryan, your mom, I mean, I'm sure she likes meeting the celebrities, but isn't it the gift room is really her thing she enjoys?
I don't want to out my mom like this. I will tell a funny story about that picture, though, which is that my mom was convinced that year by her friend that beehives were going to be all the rage. And if you didn't have a beehive, you'd feel embarrassed. And it turned out to be the opposite. It was a natural hair vibe that night. And my mom sat in front of Rachel Wise, and her hair was so high that Rachel had to keep... And my mom kept sinking in her chair, and I didn't know what to do because I was, you know, I wanted to have a nice night, so I didn't know Meryl Streep, but she was sitting next to me, and I said in a commercial break, would you mind just telling my mom you like her hair, you know? Aww. And she was like, I got this. And then the commercial went, she goes, do you know, I wish I was going to do a beehive, and I wish I had. My mom was like, raising the roof all night.
Does she already know that story, your mom?
My mom?
Yeah.
Oh.
And now you realize
Yikes!
She doesn't watch the show.
She'll never see this. Yeah. Because, Emma, your mother, does she pretend to not know the famous people, or does she just get a bit overexcited and forget who they are?
Well, I mean, the first time I went to the Golden Globes, let's bring that back around. That was this year. We were sitting next to... now it's, you know, not as fun to talk about, but we were sitting next to Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, and she was just asking multiple questions, like if they had kids, maybe, do you, what's it like? I mean, I had no idea the whole time. So she knew everything.
Yeah.
You two work in the movie business?
Are you like a producer or something Hollywood?
And Sienna, now, you took your dad the year of American Sniper.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing, because I think it is a lovely thing to take your parent to the Oscars. But once the ceremony's over, don't you just want to ditch them? Like, do you just go to the publicist kind of going, and I've got an old person here to play them, because I'm going to a party.
No, he came along till 5 in the a.m.
Really?
Dancing at Guy Series' house next to John Travolta. He was like doing a full thing. Wow, there he is. No, he was great and emotional and sort of just wept throughout the whole thing. Aww. Yeah, sweet.
My mom danced with Prince.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
You just totally taught me.
No,
that was bad talk show etiquette.
No, I like it. Can we go one better? Can we go one better? We've got a mother with Prince. A mother with Prince.
Let's zoom in on Ryan.
No, because famously, you and Matt both took your moms.
Right, we did take our moms, which only fueled rumors of our sexuality at the time. You can see why by that photograph. But we did take our moms, who look great in that picture. And my mom, they do a weird thing where, like, at the Oscars, they put, because they have to rehearse where the shots are going to be and so on. It's a television business thing. Don't worry about it. But they put big name placards of where, so it'll say, instead of Jack, it just says Jack Nicholson, you know, and they'll say, like, Ryan Gosling or whatever. And my mom was obsessed by that and went around taking pictures of all the... I was like, you know, that's not the real Jack. It's just... She enjoyed her time.
Yeah, and you've already got them developed as well. They're in an album now.
Those days.
Hey, two really different films tonight, both homages to kind of classic Hollywood genres. So let's start gangster. Ben, Sienna star in Live by Night, which opens tonight. And I say star in, I mean, for Ben, it was much more than that for you. This was a real kind of passion project.
Yeah, well, I directed it and wrote it, and so it's hard to avoid blame, you know, at this point. But yeah, this was something I really wanted to make a classic Hollywood gangster movie. That was sort of my dream about this, and I got really lucky with a great cast and a great crew. And
so you found the book. And you love the book?
The book was sent to me, I'm going to name drop, by Leonardo DiCaprio. He and I know each other not that well. And,
you're in a book club.
He did send me a book. And he sent me the book, and I loved it, and I thought right away that it was something that I wanted to do. And my character is a sort of conflicted guy whose father is a police superintendent, but who goes away to the First World War and gets very disillusioned by the sort of meaningless death that he sees all around him, and decides that he's going to sort of not take orders from anybody anymore and become an outlaw. And he hooks up with this beautiful woman, and they sort of have a Bonnie and Clyde kind of thing, and it goes from there.
And it's a great plot. Lots of twisted turns and surprises.
Trust me when I tell you the plot. I don't want to go into it, but it's really, really
good. It is.
Yeah.
So, Sienna, how do you fit into the gangster world?
In the film, or how do they get the part?
In the film.
Oh.
Don't talk.
Oh my God. I've been read in. I'm a gangster's mole. She's like an Irish immigrant, daughter of a pimp. Uncle's a murderer, flapper, heaven.
You know,
I mean, you know, perfect casting, yeah. She's a really cool character.
Now, I have to say, as an Irish person, Sienna, really good, specific accent.
Thank you so much.
No, because it's West Cork.
Yes, that's exactly where it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yes. Sorry, I've been doing a jungle all day, and Irish people walk in, you're just like, oh, God. They take it very seriously, so that's a compliment. Thank you.
Yeah. Because, I don't know if you on the New Year's Eve show, we had the O'Donovan brothers, they're growers, and they're from West Cork, and honestly, sounded like that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Like an O'Donovan brother.
Like an O'Donovan brother.
Perfect.
Yes. But
Nailed
sexy.
it. Sexy O'Donovan.
Sexy O'Donovan brother. Listen, we've got a clip. This is the two of you sort of making your plans for a getaway.
Right.
I think that's...
We could leave.
Where would we go?
Somewhere warm.
My brother Danny lives in California.
God, I'd go to California.
I don't know much about honest work, I gotta tell you.
Well, who said anything about honest work?
Good.
No, we do what we want to do. We'll go where we want to go. Sleep by day.
I got a job in Lawrence on Saturday. And I'll be free.
Free to leave.
Yeah, free to leave.
Very good.
It reminds me, I just did we had a press conference in LA, and someone complimented me and said, you know, you were unrecognizable in this. I think you're so brave for wearing fake teeth. And I was like, no, those were mine. And actually, just watching that clip, I was like, they've actually got a point. I think the accent makes me like talk like. I've actually got a point. They are all mine. And God bless you, by the way, audience member.
Yes, someone slightly...
Somebody appreciated the teeth.
Yeah, allergic to gangsters. Now, I have to say, you wrote this, Ben.
Yes.
You wrote this, Ben.
Adapted it from a novel, yeah.
But it's
Sent to you by Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
I call him Leo. It's not. Don't make a big thing out of it.
But you can't help but notice when you watch the film, you did write yourself a lot of sex scenes.
That's why else get into directing. That's kind of the whole point.
It was like tippy-tappy, what could happen now? Oh, I could have sex.
And he's still going. Unbelievable. Yeah.
It's true.
Thank you.
No, because Sienna's there for most of them.
She was part of them, and we would go, like, you know, you do scenes. Sometimes I like to just go over and over again without cutting and interrupting the the flow, and that's what I was trying to do.
Careful with your words.
The sex scenes. We had these montages of sex scenes. So we were just in the car and here, and I just was like in my mind thinking, you know, we're going again. Like, I'm not gonna say cut, and actually we'll just keep going. And finally, she just started laughing. Like, who do you think you are?
How many times can one man climax?
A few.
Emma and Ryan, of course, everyone loves you together in La La Land, but this isn't the first time you've worked together. You've worked together, Gangster Squad, and then in Crazy Stupid Love, we've even seen you dance together before.
Interesting pose on me. I noticed you're shirtless. So double whammy.
But now what happened? Because the dancing didn't go to plan in Crazy Stupid Love.
No.
Oh, yeah. You mean the Dirty Dancing lift?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well,
we were meant to do that, and then what happened?
Oh, you don't remember?
Well, I remember, but I'd like to hear you.
You'd like to hear me tell
Your
it?
version of it?
Well, listen, when I was about 7 years old, quick story. When I was about 7 years old, I was in gymnastics class, and I was on these parallel bars that are about 6 feet off the ground, and I was standing on the top of the bars, and the teacher was holding me by the ankles, and somehow or other, she let go. And I was standing on this bar, and I felt myself beginning to tip forward, and I put my arms in like this, and I fell 6 feet to the ground. And I broke both of my arms at the same time.
Wow.
And yeah, and so I spent a whole summer. I lived in Arizona, which is like 120 degrees, which I don't know what that is in Celsius.
Hot.
Quite hot. So I had a cast and all the, you know, it was miserable. It was the day before the last day of school. Anyway, I had internalized this. That's a really important.
It's an important detail.
I really know how to tell a story. So, anyway, years later, we do Crazy Stupid Love. I know that we're going to do the Dirty Dancing lift. I don't know, however, that I have an internalized phobia of being, you know, lifted over someone's head at the height of about 6 feet. So I run to do the lift, and Ryan lifts me over his head, and what did I do, Ryan?
I've never had this happen, but I imagine if a possum fell out of a tree and started trying to scratch your eyes out, it would be something similar.
It was a lot. And then it was like a full meltdown. I mean, I had like a real meltdown.
Yeah, you had to go.
I had to go
you crawled in bed and watched
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth. We were in a house, and she was like, "I have to go watch Labyrinth."
For an hour, I went and laid down crying, watching Labyrinth. This is so stupid. And then Ryan came in and was like, "Yeah, right." And then the directors came in and were like, "Yeah, right." And then, we're gonna use the devil, and I was like, "Great." By the way, Jennifer Connelly is a revelation in this. I've never seen it. Anyway.
But now, but then you did agree to work together again.
Yeah.
So let's talk about La La Land. It's out tonight, and it's a really special film. It's a kind of a modern.
That's overkill with the.
Star.
How many
It got some good reviews.
A lot of stars.
Okay.
Gotcha.
A lot of those are from our moms.
If you look closely, it's actually...
Out tonight. It's a modern love story, but told in this sort of sumptuous, old-fashioned kind of Hollywood musical style. So I guess talk us through the story a little bit, just to...
I play a woman named Mia who has been living in LA and auditioning for 6 years. This is an actor's tale, like pretty crippling process. She's been going in for a lot of auditions, and you see some in the movie that are just some pretty hardcore rejections. And she's working in a coffee shop on a studio lot, and she's sort of at the end of her rope, having auditioned, and nothing's really come together.
And Ryan?
I play a struggling jazz musician named Sebastian who feels it's his role in life to save jazz, but instead is just, you know, playing Christmas jingles at restaurants and plays in an 80s cover band, plays the guitar.
And I guess for you guys, it must be kind of amazing. You must have never
It's an important detail.
It was the day before the last day of school.
But both of you must have thought you would never get the opportunity to make a movie like this. You know, with those big, long dance sequences and all that stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty special. Right, Ryan? Right? Yeah. Nothing special for both of us. Right, Ryan?
Yes. I grew up loving those old-fashioned Hollywood musicals from the 50s, but you know, I assumed they were a thing of the past. And then when I met Damien Chazelle, the director, he was so passionate about making one again, and you know, not just a kind of nostalgic, those were the days kind of film, but you know, he felt there was a way to make them feel relevant again. So that was, you know, it was an exciting idea.
And I mean, any film takes preparation. There's, you know, you bulk up for parts, you learn accents, but the preparation for this thing, it was so much, because it's, you know, the dancing, the singing. Could you play the piano before? Yes.
I play a few chords.
Okay, no, he couldn't.
I always.
I mean, he learned to play the songs in the movie. Those are his hands the entire time. I mean, he's playing jazz piano, and he learned it from scratch for the film. I just think it's amazing.
I didn't have a choice. The director wanted to shoot all of these musical sequences in one shot. And he'd been dreaming about this his whole life, so it was either shatter his dreams or sit down and practice.
And why did you learn how to dance separately? What was that about?
Well,
just the maturity level, really.
It was
I think we got lacking of.
Yeah, well, I think that I think it was also maybe a little bit of a mind game, because I would go every day to my tap lessons, which I'd never really done before, except for a little bit when I was like 12, and we would do these kind of very primitive tap moves, like you're 8 years old, which is the year after I broke my arm. For my story. The day before the last day of school. Anyway, we would do our tap moves, and I would say every day, "How's Ryan doing?" And he'd be like, "Oh, he's amazing. He's doing really well. He's exceeding our expectations."
Of course, they were doing the same thing to me.
Well, we talked about that later. So for about 2 months, I just thought he was the most, you know, incredible dancer of all time, and I was failing miserably. And then they put us together, and I was like, "Oh, I got this. I'm coasting."
Let's watch a clip. This is me and Sebastian sharing a musical moment together.
City of stars, just one thing everybody wants. There in the bars, or through the smokescreen of the crowded restaurants. It's love. Yes, all we're looking for is love from someone else.
A rush,
A glance,
a touch,
a dance.
in somebody's eyes, to light up the skies, to open the world and send me reeling. A voice that says I'll be here and you'll be alright. I don't care if I know just where I will go, 'cause all that I need's that crazy feeling, a rat-tat-tat of my heart. Think I want it to stay.
We mentioned already the reference of kind of, you know, old Hollywood in it. And so, Ryan, you went to meet Gene Kelly's widow. Is that right?
Yeah, we both.
Oh, you both went?
We went
Oh, okay.
with
Oh,
the
there was just
director.
him.
Yeah, it was really wonderful of her to have us, and she shared a lot of Gene's stories, and you know, it was kind of like, you know, kissing the ring. You know, she showed us some of his, you know, old screenplays. And
It was so amazing. She has like a room that's basically all archival, and we put on like little white gloves and looked through his leather-bound "Singin' in the Rain" script with his notes in the margins, and it was just so, it was really amazing, yeah.
there was a note that said,
Lots of
like,
costumes.
hand off the umbrella at the end of the number or something.
Really cool.
It was great. She
Glad he
had,
did
she had a
that,
tiny
yeah.
little dog as well, who, at the end of this wonderful, magical night, we let out into the street.
Maybe don't tell this story.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, nothing happened, and the dog is fine.
So how close
ended
was
well.
it until the end of school?
It was the day before the last day.
It ended happily, didn't it? The dog's alive.
It did, but there was a moment where both Damien and I were running around through traffic trying to catch this dog, and Damien looked at me and he's like, "We will not kill Gene Kelly's widow's dog. We will not."
That will not be how this story ends.
And you didn't.
And we didn't.
You didn't.
So we didn't.
Yeah. Dog lives. And is it true, Emma, so Damien Chazelle, the director, he saw you in a musical on Broadway?
Yes, he did. And I'm grabbing Sienna because we both did this musical on Broadway, and that's where we met. And we had such a nice time getting to know each other. We both did Cabaret on Broadway.
But not at the same time.
No. Well, yes, at the same time. We fought for the spotlight. One musical number, then another. No, at different times. But yeah, he came to see Cabaret. That's where he...
And you know, people talk about things going wrong on stage, and but when you talk about Cabaret, it just sounds like a litany of disasters.
That's what it feels like to do Cabaret. No, it was just I was sick for, I would say, the majority of the run.
And then wasn't there a weird thing with your contact lenses? What happened?
Oh, both of my... So I'm also... I have the worst eyesight of any person I've ever met, not to brag. Very bad. And I've only ever lost one contact lens at a time. But on one particular night, singing Maybe This Time, I blinked and both of them came out at the same time. And I literally cannot see. And so in the blackout, I was just screaming, Bill, who was our mutual co-star. I was like, Bill! And he was like, what? And had to drag me off in the dark because I just didn't know how to get off stage.
But now, Sienna, didn't you have a similar thing when you were doing this?
I got sick a week before we started, and in America I felt like Elvis. They just pump you full of steroids.
They give you so many steroids.
We're like little emaciated stick insects, and it's a pretty nihilistic character. I mean, you go a bit mad anyway.
Yeah.
So that wasn't fun. And then yes, I smashed my eye open on stage. And I
good noise, everyone. Very good noise.
I was supposed to be taken off the stage in the blackout, that moment where you have the spotlight in your eye and a stagehand's supposed to come and get you, so you stand up and you just put your arms out because you've been emotional, and someone comes and leads you off, and he didn't show up. And then the train station scene started happening. I was like, I can't be here. Weeping in the train, it just was like, and so I just ran in my mayhem into a metal pole, and I was like, and Alan Cumming, who was our MC, said, so good, again. Then it sounded like a cart hitting metal. Anyway, it split open, and I had to stand up in that window with just blood pouring down my eye, and then do a curtain call, and I loved there's blood on the stage. And then the next day, went back on the next day with an eye like this, with a fake eyelash, like... It's
so horrific or silly, though. It's really great. It's kind of useful in that moment.
The scar is not so good.
And of course, Ben, you have sung as well. We have enjoyed your singing.
I wouldn't call it singing so much as making noises. It's supposed to sound like something. Yeah, I did.
You sing?
Armageddon, right?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, my God. Oh, yes.
I humiliated myself in Armageddon.
Classic.
More ways than one. Thank you. Yeah,
What's the song? Oh, leading on a jet plane.
So you can sing.
I know that was me doing you.
Wow. That was harsh. But no, your son encourages you to sing now, though, doesn't he?
My kids want me to sing. Yeah, they like to sing songs, and then they listen to like Radio Disney, you know what I mean? And so I have to learn all these like pop songs and sing along with them and hope that no one's watching me as I drive down the road. But yeah,
I just have to stop for a second. There is a Radio Disney.
Of course.
You do not know about Radio Disney?
Does that exist here? No, that one woman. That one happy woman.
This guy looks really angry that it doesn't exist. He doesn't know.
Stupid Brit with no Radio Disney. So it's just Disney songs 24 hours a day.
It's not. You think it's called Radio Disney, so you think it's innocent and appropriate for children, but it's actually just all pop music. So that's all. You know what I mean? You're like, I don't know how good an influence Kesha is on you. It's it's a lot of like sexy pop songs.
What Disney songs do you sing? Can you sing?
I'm not going to do any of them.
I just want to know.
No.
Would you do?
I just thought you could say, like, the Moana song or something. Not do it, just tell me.
I could...
I like the thought
don't
of you
even know the
singing
word.
along to The Little Mermaid or whatever.
Imagine it, then. It'll be so much
Okay.
better in your mind.
No, I would never, ever do that to you.
Thank you for prompting me to sing it.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Ben
like a
Affleck's
great
Disney
show,
playlist. Let it go. Morphing into. Now, Doyle, I'll stop now. The other thing that links our gadgets, everyone started very young. Now, Ben, the last time you were here, we enjoyed very much your early work on Voyage of the Mimi.
Yes.
We're not going to show any more, but
you.
do Google it, because it is worth seeing.
Look at that slide. What's he got cooking?
That is very good listening face, very good interested listening face. Yeah. Tell me more.
That is...
No, seriously, you really need to Google it. And Sienna, you started... Was it modelling you started? You were quite young when you started modelling.
I was a short, and so... I mean, yes, but not, like, proper. Not like that, either. No, I just...
What's improper modeling?
Yeah, should we just draw a veil?
I did a bit, yeah.
Yes. And then, Emma, you did some extraordinary work as a child actor. I mean, take this, Meryl Streep.
Oh,
Look at that.
Oh, my God, what is that?
That
is
is
that?
Genius. Is that prosthetics?
That's amazing.
That's the Princess and the Pea. I did a kind of Edgar G. Robinson thing where I was like, kind of a mirror, see?
It's genius.
That face,
It's genius.
thank you.
But tonight, with La La Land in mind, we are going to focus on the early dancing career of Mr. Ryan Gosling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Now,
Makes sense that the only video you have tonight is... is this.
so
Right.
the dance troupe you were in, can you tell us about... Because apparently, young dancers, they can be quite vicious.
It's a cutthroat business. And I had to get out. I was on some kind of Canadian Star Search, and I somehow made it to the finals. And my main competition were these two twins who were tap dancers, and they were dancing to Phil Collins' Two Hearts.
Cool.
And they had big heart-shaped bows, and they were just... they were the ones to beat. So I remember, you know, wishing them luck and going on stage, and I was getting ready to start. I was dancing the Everybody Dance Now by CNC Music Factory, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm getting ready to start, which is This Is How You Started. A winning dance number, if you want to know.
Get out of your hands, way. Go ahead, go up.
And I look up into the just off stage, and the two twins are standing there like the twins from The Shining. And they're just going like this. And I was like, all right, this means war. So I just shimmied my way all the way to that trophy, to that tiny little trophy.
No, because I was going. Is this the same troupe? I was going to say it's an all girl troupe, but obviously it's not. You're in it,
right?
But you are.
Thank you.
But you are the only boy in it.
Yeah, that was the.
Was that the?
That was the point.
That was the gimmick.
They let me dance there for free because I was a guy. Because if you had a guy, you would win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you ready to see the dance stylings? I believe you're dancing to Kathy Dennis's classic "Touch Me." Did the troupe have a name, Ryan?
It was Elite Dance Studio.
And how old are you in this one?
Old enough to know better.
Enjoy.
Serious news, genuinely.
I wish I could say someone said, here, you have to wear this. But that was my idea. I thought, I have a vision for this number. It's purple and silver hammer pants.
They are the silver hammer pants are.
I don't think we
joke.
gave them enough of a shot. We gave up with hammer, but I think we should have kept them going. We didn't give, no? Yeah, right.
They may
You'll
come
cut
back.
that part out.
They may come back. Right. It's time for music. This Grammy-winning artist holds the record for the most streamed jazz album of all time, performing his new single, Holding On. Please welcome Gregory Porter.
Weight of love on my shoulders. I thought that it would be easier than this. I thought my heart had grown colder, but the warmth of your kiss I can't dismiss. Though my past has left me bruised, I ain't hiding from the truth. When the truth won't let me lie right next to you. But it's holding on, and it's holding strong. Even though I tried to make it, playing the part, but I can't fake it. It keeps holding on, and it's holding strong. Even though I tried to break it, heaven knows that I can't shake it. Holding on, holding on, holding on, I've seen times that were harder. I remember the taste of bitterness. Won't you help me, my Father? Help me fall in the love that I have missed. Though my past has left me bruised, I ain't hiding from the truth. When the truth won't let me lie right next to you. But it's holding on, and it's holding strong. Even though I tried to make it, playing the part, but I can't fake it. It keeps holding on, and it's holding strong. Even though I tried to break it, heaven knows that I can't shake it. Holding on, holding on, even though I tried to make it, playing the part, but I can't fake it. It keeps holding on, and it's holding strong. Even though I tried to break it, heaven knows that I can't shake it. Holding on, love is holding on.
Well done, sir. Congratulations. That was beautiful. Come in, have a seat here beside Ryan. There you go.
How you doing? Hello, Suzanne. Thank you.
Oh.
That's okay. How you doing? Thank you.
Have a seat, too. Have a seat. That is... What a pleasure to hear you sing. That is beautiful.
Thank you.
I was going to tell you that it's off the album Take Me to the Alley, but you probably know that. Yeah. So it's off the album Take Me to the Alley, which is out now and Grammy nominated.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. Are you going to go?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And when is it?
It is February 12th.
Okay.
I think.
We'll be thinking of you on the night. Yes. Good luck. Good luck to you. Now, and of course, it's interesting. You're here the night of a movie that's all about jazz. Have you seen La La Land?
Yeah. You know what? I saw La La Land on a kind of dodgy Russian download website. I don't condone that.
Gregory, we didn't need that bit of the story.
But, you know, these are the cats, and I wanted to be prepared. And great work.
Yeah, I just stolen a car, and I went...
But, no, I had to see it because, you know, I was back home. I had no opportunity. I'm cleaning, you know, leaves from the gutter and all kinds of... Nobody cares about me being a Grammy Award-winning artist at home. They don't care. They, like, take the garbage out.
So your perk was to see La La Land?
Right, so I saw.
While breaking the law.
While breaking the La La Land.
On fire.
Turning into something funny.
Can I take a sip of this whiskey here?
Oh, do. Have a sip, sir. You've earned it. And now, very quickly, why is your nickname Stinky? And I may regret asking that question.
Y'all do some serious research.
Yeah, really serious.
Me and my brother were running around a friend's house, and he jumped up on the porch and jumped off the porch and over the rail of the porch. And I tried to do the same thing. My brother's a little bit bigger. So I tried to do the same thing, and my foot got caught. And so I go about 4 feet to the ground, head first. I didn't break both my arms, but...
Before the last Thanksgiving.
Was it the day before the Thanksgiving?
But on the grass, on the ground, was a hot, fresh pile of dog shit. So, and you know, I don't know if y'all know about American black families, the way we feed our dogs. We feed them the scraps from the table. Corn, chicken bones. So all of that was just... So, you know, as my little 9-year-old arms tried to brace myself, this dog dookie went all the way to the back of my throat. And so obviously I spit it out, washed my mouth out with every possible thing. Listen, this is the worst part. This is the worst part.
This is the worst part? What's the worst part?
You know how when you get a little dog dookie on your fingers, you know, you wash it off, but it's still there.
Yes.
So for about 2 days, I would talk, and I was like, hey, you know, but there was still the flavor. Oh. And that's why I sing good today. No, but...
That was, you sing more than good. You sing beautiful. You sing beautiful. Gregory Morris, thank you so much. Listen, before we go, and I have a funny feeling the stories won't be as good as that, we've got... let's just hear it for that. We've got time for our first visit of 2017 to the Big Red Chair. So, who is there? Hello.
Hello, Graham.
Hi. Did you fall in some dog shit?
No.
What's your name?
John.
John, and are you from Scotland?
I am from Glasgow, yes.
Okay, and do you live there still, or?
London now.
London now. What do you do down here?
I work in sales.
In sales? What sort of things do you sell?
Toiletries, products, things like that.
Close. Toiletries, lovely. Off you go with the story, John.
Okay, so I'm about 14 years old, in school one day, and a guy comes up to me and my friends and gives us all a floppy disk and says, check this out tonight when you go home. So on the way home from school, I'm thinking, this is really dodgy. So I decide to go round to a friend's house. He's the son of a vicar and has a PC in his bedroom. I didn't have that. So go to his bedroom, put the floppy disk in the PC, open up the floppy disk, and it's like a treasure chest of porn. We're like, jackpot, this is awesome. So I'm like, let's be clever about this. Let's hide all the images. So if someone finds the disk, they'll think it's empty. So I select all the images, right-click on the mouse, scroll down, go to click hide, but accidentally somehow end up pressing print. Now his computer's on a home network. His mum, the wife of a vicar, is in this family room where the printer is. She's practicing the church organ, the church piano for the songs for the church organ that Sunday. The printer starts to go. So he does, John, we're dead. What are we going to do? I'm like, don't panic. We didn't know what was on the disc. We opened the disc up. Horrified and disgusted by what we found, we tried to delete it all, but accidentally pressed print. So he's like, cool. Okay, good cover story. About 20 minutes later, the printer's still going. His mum comes up, sheet white. She's probably never seen anything like this in her life before, and she just goes, why is there non-stop porn printing from the computer? So my friend just crumbles, starts crying, and goes, it's all John's fault. That's the story.
Very good. you can contact us via our website at this very address. That is it for tonight. Please say thank you to my guests, Mr. Gregory Porter, Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone, Sienna Miller, and Ben Affleck. Join me next week with music from Ed Sheeran, actress Christina Ricci, and Oscar winner Matthew McConaughey. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Uncle's got a crush on his new producer, but so does his nephew. Next. On Radio 1, Jam Slam continues. Check out the Radio 1 website now and then listen every morning at 8 a.m. Check out Deb over the weekend and Grimmy all next week.
I didn't know, thankfully, till later that I was sort of a, it's hard to say, a sex symbol or something, whatever that means. So I went into a store one day, and this boy said, you know, oh, are you, Princess Leia? Yes. He said, I thought about you every day from when I was 12 to when I was 22. And I said, every day? And he said, well, 4 times a day. Oh, what? So you have that to look forward to.